I even turned the recording on now, Arlen, so it's better than last time. Hey, everyone. I am
Nice.
Jason Hobbs. I am the GM of our game today. We're playing Low Fantasy Gaming by Pickpocket Press. I still haven't set out the new book for Brent Taylor, who won it here on the channel last week, or maybe it was earlier this week. I'm slow. Anyway, I am the host of Hobbs and Friends, and I welcome you today to Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. Um, let's introduce the players. Arlen, you want to go first? You can introduce as much as your character as you know, or you can just talk about him later.
Sure. I'm Arlen. Been here. I did the Mutants and Masterminds stream, so I've been here before, but I've never been a player in one of Hobbs's games, so I'm pretty excited.
I don't know if that's a good
Um,
idea.
and I'm playing Borgar, who's a big, heavily armored fighter.
Sweet. Nacho. Nacho, you want to introduce yourself and say something about your character?
Hello, hello. Okay,
All
good.
right.
I forgot to mute my mic. Yeah, I was
No
talking.
problem.
Okay, my name is Nacho. I play the character called Naja, and he's an idiot barbarian. That's all you need to know.
Nice. We also have, it says ED, which obviously now it looks more like Ed than it does. Ethereal Dragon. Go ahead, buddy.
Hello, I'm playing Eric the Barbarian.
Nice. So we don't really know anything about your characters. Arlen rolled his background and his rumor previously. So why don't you guys do that? So just go ahead on roll 20 and roll a d20. This whoever goes first, well, that's what we'll do. You guys not okay. So Nacho, you're new at roll 20, right? So if you go up, all right. Ethereal, you went first. All right. So you first came here to shit. I just realized maybe I should do the introduction first. This is actually session number 3 of this game, so it's pretty new still. And I'll give you a quick introduction here. I wrote it as like a storyteller speaking, because this is what I've done in my past games, and people like that. I don't really know what people like, but that's what I do. This is using the Midlands setting, also by Pickpocket Press. So, in the ages between the eruption of Mount Rokan and the beginning of the Fourth Age, it is a time of grave danger and hardship, a time full of people searching for leadership and sanctuary against Thule and scorn. It is a time of high adventure. You have sailed across the boreal sea from the island of Vornar and the frozen coast to the vast abundance of the Midlands. The Vernari outpost of Vorngard is a haven of raiders and foreigners, and it has only arisen in the last score of years. Your future, as your past, is your own. All right, so this is a total West Marches game. What that means is there isn't like a story set up. There isn't anything like that. The players decide everything. It's completely player driven. And so Ethereal, your character's background with that roll of a 1 is he was a raider, he was a slave, or he was a captive on the journey across the boreal sea. Jurgen was the captain of the frigid fire. He may be a friend or foe. Either way, you've gained some sailing experience. So that's your background. You were basically on this ship called the Frigid Fire. You came across the Boreal Sea from your homeland of Varnor. And it's up to you. Were you a raider, a slave, or a captive?
Raider.
All right. So you were a raider, and you may know this Jurgen guy. All right. So roll a D. I guess I have 8 when I only told you to roll 6. Sorry, Arlen. So roll a D8. A 2. All right, so this is the same thing. So as you've been here in Vorngard, you have heard that Master Arvid, ally of the herders and growers common, seeks the routing of a band of river raiders. Now, you can do anything you want with these rumors. You don't have to use them. You don't have to do anything. There you go. All right, Nacho, I saw you roll a 20. So let's see here. It seems like you, once you originally arrived here in Vorngard, you signed up with a group of herbalist surveyors of the Wistwood. So you probably know who this Master Arvid guy is. You could have been a guard or whatever. It doesn't matter. So roll a d8. A 5. All right. So you have heard that Master Arvid is definitely an ally of the herders and growers common, seeks aid for an herbalist named Reinhold. So you've heard of Reinhold. You know that I think the majority of you guys got herders and growers common. So you're aware that what they're trying to do is there are some people in the last 20 years of these Varnori, and instead of becoming raiders and cutthroats, they've actually settled down and started farming around. And Master Arvid is a foreigner from the Midlands who is here and has been dealing with the herders and growers common in an effort to get them more, instead of raiding the other communities in the Midlands, they are trading with them and creating trade and diplomacy as opposed to just trying to conquer them. So, like I say, you can do anything you want with those rumors. I'll give you an idea of what Vorngard is. So I'm going to move your map to here. I'll get rid of these other characters. I'll just put you guys in the middle of the sea here. All right, so there you are. So this is Vorngard. So I'll give you a background on it here. Vorngard is only 20 years old. It's the newest city of the region and the only stronghold of the Vernari in the Midlands. It's really more of a fortified frontier town, wild and lawless, but for the decrees of the Jarl Osgurd and the whims of his enforcers known as the Jarlsmen. The streets are winding, muddy paths, rutted by carts and hooves, flanked by wooden buildings with pitched roofs. Architectural motifs of dragons, the sea, and shield heraldry dominate everything. There is a distinct lack of stone or brick dwellings. The temperature in Vorngard is cool, often with a crisp wind blowing from the north. Sanitation is poor and unpleasant. Stench tends to permeate anytime the wind stops blowing. The city is primarily a staging point for Vinori raiders heading south. But with each passing year, greater numbers of Northmen turn to trade and farming as a way of life. All right, so being involved with the herders and growers common, in the last decade, increasing numbers of Varnori have embraced animal and crop farming, copying successful Midlander techniques. All right, so the conceit of this game is that you guys have been here doing whatever your background basically said, and you found yourselves together in a tavern or hall or whatever you want it to be, and have decided that it's time to band together for the moment and do something, whatever it is you choose to do. So this is where you guys would talk about maybe what you want to do. So, Ethereal, do you have anything in mind that Eric would like to do?
Drink.
All right. So we can say you can do that as much as you want off time. So that's really not something we would be doing during game time. We want to see what you would actually want to do to forward your space, name, or whatever the motivation for your character is. Do you have anything like that, Nacho, for Naja?
The rumors that you were talking about.
Yeah,
I guess so.
you could use one of those rumors. What like which one are you interested in, or what would you like to do concerning that rumor?
I'd
Which
like
one?
to investigate.
The you had the one about the band of river raiders, or what did you have? No, you had the missing merchant Reinhold. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, I'm investigating the missing merchant.
All right, cool. So how would you like to go about that? Do you want to go to like the herders and growers common, like their hall and talk around, or meet up with someone and ask, or like what do you have in mind?
Go to that common place.
Okay, awesome. So what about Borgar Arlen? What do you have in mind for him?
Yeah, so I think if there's a way to kind of so my rumor was also that about the river raiders that Master Arvid once dealt with. So I think meeting with Master Arvid and kind of getting some more information about this is probably the first step to that.
Okay, so the one that Naja has, he says that it isn't about river raiders. It may be, maybe those coincide, but it's definitely this Master Arvid who is interested in hiring people to do something.
Yeah.
So heading
No,
over.
but Eric also seems like got
Oh,
the
yep,
river
yep.
raiders
Eric
one.
does. So is
Yeah.
Eric going to go along with these guys, or is he just going to drink somewhere?
I just feel his wine, his wallet's give alcohol and go.
Okay. All right. So you guys head over to the common. So who is going to do the talking?
Um, is anyone here also has persuasion?
No persuasion from me.
So all a skill actually does in low fantasy gaming is give you a +1 to the stat that you are using, or the attribute. So as far as persuasion goes, that is a. Let me see if I can find skills again. 56, I think. It's obviously going to be like a diplomacy check, which is going to use charisma. So that means if your charisma is a 12, that means your charisma is a 13 for this situation.
Okay.
And it seems like all three of you guys know this Master Arvid, right? Isn't that what? Or at
Mhm.
least you know rumors of him. Your backgrounds. The only person who actually has a background involved with them is Naja, right? So he probably has maybe knows some people around here in the common. So do you want to do the talking, Naja, or?
Sure.
All right. So you're basically trying to just get up a meeting with Master Arvid and find out what's happening.
All right. So, well, we're going to the hold on, 'cause I lost track. So basically, I'm trying to set up a meeting with
Yeah, you just find out some more information about what Master Arvid has in mind, right?
Mhm.
yes.
Okay, so why don't you? How are you going to go about this? Are you going to be? Are you going to want to use intimidation? Are you going to be more diplomatic, or what's
Yeah, I'll
your?
be more persuasion, more diplomatic.
Okay, so all you have to do then is roll your persuasion, which is just I think you should have a skill on your character sheet. All right, nice. So this is so that's a charisma check, which wouldn't necessarily be persuasion unless you didn't have persuasion. I guess I don't really know. I didn't look it up, but either way,
I
it's a
think I do,
e-
but
either way it's a great success. So um, that means that you basically pretty easily you guys get into. Apparently, they like barbarians around here, and and you guys quickly are shown in there what he basically says that he does have a couple things. He doesn't know if they are actually connected or not, but the Wistwood south of Vorngard. So I'm going to move you guys over quick here. You see where you are?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So if this is a pretty big map. This is a 10-mile hex map. So every hex on this map is 10 miles. And if we barely just move the party over a little bit, you can see Vorngard is right here. All right, it's placed at this large lake known as the Siltwater. And all of this is the Wistwood and beyond. So this is the area that kind of the people who have gone adventuring so far have explored or looked around in. And so, like I say, these are 10-mile hexes. So if you go traveling, we're going to, move through here, and then we're going to use the Low Fantasy Gaming rules to see what happens during your journeys. I have not written anything. There's no tracks that we're on. We have no idea what we're going to do. So basically, he says that there is this pressing issue of Reinhold missing. He was supposed to be having a cart of goods from a nearby outpost, and when he says nearby, it's obviously going to be a few days at least. If it was being traveled by wagon through the Wistwood. That's the most pressing thing. But if you're more interested in dealing with some damn river raiders, they have been an issue as well.
I think we should deal with the River Raiders.
Is Master Arvid offering a reward for helping him out or something?
Yeah, for sure.
Or is it okay? Well, I just want to make sure that we're going to get paid. We're not doing this out of the goodness of our hearts, surely.
No. I hope not.
What is this goodness of which you speak?
So I'm happy doing River Raiders. I'm happy doing the master, the not Master Arvid, Reinhold, the merchant.
Yeah, he seems most concerned about him because the shipment was supposed to show up and it hasn't in quite some while.
Well, if that's pressing, that seems like maybe that's what we should start with. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's
Sure.
go.
All right, so he basically details an area, and you can obviously go by foot in through the wood, or you could rent a boat or a canoe or someone. It depends on how much money you want to spend, basically. Oh, I guess, yeah, you're going to check on the edge of the Wistwood. So he basically says, yeah, if you take the road outside of town, he should be on that road somewhere. And we'll even say that Naja has some familiarity with that road because he's traveled it in the past during his background check, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, so without further ado, we will make some rolls and find some stuff here. There it is. Shoo-wee. Let me see what I have. All right. So you guys head outside of town into the Wistwood. Let's see what happens. I got to get my encounter tables out here. In my other game, I'm familiar enough with it that I usually make it ahead of time. But and also usually the players will decide ahead of time exactly what they're doing. So when that isn't the case, then we actually just have to look it up as we go. All right, here we go. So and I'm moving between the Midlands and Low Fantasy Gaming. All right. I'm supposed to be saying thanks to the people who are doing things, but I don't always know what they're being. Oh, Ninja, thanks for following, buddy. And we had anonymous cheerer. I just became affiliate after the last show, so I've never had this stuff actually working before. So if I don't seem to know what the hell's going on, that's why. Well, that's just one other reason that I don't know what the heck is going on. We'll just do it this way. All right, so you're basically following this path, this road that leads from Vorngard, and eventually would lead to Northgate, which is the northernmost city or town of the Midlanders, or the Argosans, as they're sometimes known. And this is what this road will lead to, but it does travel through some very dangerous edges of the Wistwood that is filled with scorn, man-eating scorn, and Thule raiders, and who knows what else, for possibly from the Fae or the Fairy. So it's a very dangerous location. As you guys know, I only let you play Varnori because until we open up some other areas, then no other character classes or races or cultures are allowed. So your first day of travel is relatively uneventful, and you don't know exactly where. It could be anywhere from here, between here and Northgate, that you might find where Reinhold was, but you would think it would be in this northern area of the Wistwood, because that's where he'd been gathering some herbs and such.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys set up a watch for the night. We'll just say, yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, surely, if we're in the woods, we need to set up a watch, and so each of us can take a shift.
Yep, and we'll
I'll
just
take the
determine.
+1.
All right.
I'll take second.
Here it is. Yeah, so you guys are traveling through the forest, so you make about 7 miles a day. And the night is actually relatively uneventful. So that's pretty exciting. All right, your next day. All right, it isn't that long after you begin your trek for the day. There is a bend in the path, and it's now kind of heading east-west as opposed to south, directly towards whatever goal this path creators have made it for. So you, where are we at? All right. All right, so you guys should see a map.
Mm-hmm.
So you're on some rough terrain. You can see that the area to your right is going downhill, and it kind of occasional areas go up to your left. So that's what these are gradients. So this is downhill from you, and this is like probably a 10 or 15 foot bank or escarpment all along here, whereas this is above you up here. But down the road, you can see that a log or a tree has been placed across the path, and beyond that, it looks like some sort of crazy mess has occurred. As you approach, you can see black wings take flight and fly up, and ravenous rancor ravens caw into the morning. So what do you do?
Look around.
Okay, so you have a token, and you should have control of that token, and you can just kind of move. Do you want to go and inspect the wagon itself, or are you just wandering off the path into the woods? When you say you want to go look around, what does that mean?
Just make sure there's nobody around before going there.
Okay.
The wagon.
So you're just kind of looking around. You're not actually like going anywhere. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just making sure that just searching, gaze around to see if there's anything else. Note.
All right. Arlen, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna do maybe similar. I'm gonna try to kind of advance up on the wagons area, but I'm gonna go through the trees basically to try to stay out of sight if there is something in there.
Okay. And what about what's Naja doing? Nacho?
Uh,
I couldn't really hear you. Did you say something?
I say he's going straight to the wagon.
All right. So Eric, roll your perception. That's you, Ethereal.
Yeah. Would I roll detection?
Is it a skill? Sure. Ooh, barely a success. Borgar, you were also trying to search around, I think, right? Go ahead and roll.
I also have detection, so I'll roll that. Yeah.
All right, nice. So as Naja moves forward, both of you guys and Borgar's kind of headed into that way. Both of you guys spot some hulking, lurking figures. Oops. What the heck? And they're off the path. In these trees up here. They're not in the trees. They're obviously just kind of hunkered down in some bushes, and they're kind of glancing around. You're not quite sure if they've seen you yet. So they look, they're kind of difficult to tell, obviously, because they're crouched down, but they don't look human. They look like they have long, stringy hair, and their faces are kind of smashed in with a heavily sloped forehead and a wide nose and brutish chin. You guys have heard of these. They are likely the man-eating scorn, who are not easily trifled with, also called half-men or beast-men.
Can I get up behind this rock here and kind of hide from them and wait for them to do something?
Sure. Why don't you make a stealth check? Eric, what's Eric doing?
Move it closer to Naya.
Okay, so these are 5-foot squares. We're kind of going to shift into time, so 30 feet is like pretty much what you can do. You can do a move action and like another action, or you could do a double move action. So just to let you know.
Okay.
All right, so you're just going to kind of hustle up there to Naja. Are you going to say anything, or you're just hustling up to
Yeah,
him?
respond to ears that I see something.
All right, so what are you going to do now, Naja?
I break out my weapon.
All right, so you just whip out your weapons. Borgar, why don't
Yeah.
you make a stealth check?
Oh, I just did.
Oh, sorry. I already told you to do that. Oh, nice. So a great success. All right, perfect. All right, so as you're hiding there, kind of peeking around, Borgar, you see that these guys seem kind of excited and they're kind of grunting to each other, and they break out of their cover, and they seem to be like stalking kind of forward here into these other bushes. So, oh, shit. So Eric and Naja, why don't you guys make detection or perception rolls? All right. So far, so good for everybody. Look at that. Fantastic. So you guys notice them, Eric. You can see that they're moving forward, and you also spot another guy over here. All right, so let's roll initiative. So how we do this is you guys basically just make a initiative check, which is just a dex check. If you succeed, you go before they do. If you don't, they go before you. All right. All right, so everyone has great successes. It looks like Ethereal has the best one. What would you like to do, sir?
Uh, let's- yeah, my kettle sheet keeps getting in the way. Let's see. Let's see. So each is 5 and move it slowly.
What's that?
Okay, just trying to figure out if I could get to a guy. No, wait. Oh, then again, I'm using a spear, so. No, that's. Come on. I cannot move my. Okay, I want to move up. Trying to move my token.
You can't move it? Are you
Keeps
on
on.
Are you on the selector? Are you on the cursor selector on the choices?
Last time I just moved it.
Yeah. So you've probably changed what you're doing. What's it doing when you try to move it?
It's highlighting things. Looks like. Oh, there we go. So.
I just moved it, so go ahead. There you go.
Okay, so is that close enough to attack with a spear or not?
Sure.
Okay.
So you can see this guy. I mean, he kind of stands up as you run over there through the brush. He kind of stands up, and he does look like a hulking figure, easily topping 6.5, 7 feet tall. Not human, dressed in furs and hides from the animals, showing way more skin than most people would in the cool area that's here, this temperature wise. He's carrying like a heavy bone club.
Back onto this, I just deal 10 points of damage.
All right, but you only hit an AC of 9, which is a really bad roll. So, because this is ascending AC, so when you poke at him, he awkwardly sidesteps the attack. All right, so who else? Nacho rolled a 4. You can go, buddy. So basically, you see Eric storm through the thing and try and get up next to that. Are you attacking with? Were you attacking one-handed or two-handed, Eric?
One-handed.
One? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Naja?
taking one-handed with a spear.
All right, so you guys are using your shields.
Yes.
Nice. Go ahead.
Wait, what? Where do I roll?
So on your character sheet, let me open it
okay.
up here. You should be able to just roll right off of the stat. All right.
It's a fumble.
Okay, so what that means when you fumble is they automatically get an attack. So you fumbled, he's going to step up here and attack you. Oh, a 7. So he misses you. As a riposte, he attacks you and tries to hit, but fails. Borgar.
All right. So how do we count diagonals for distance?
Just
normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna step up to here. And then as part of the attack action, I believe I can draw a weapon. So I'm gonna draw my light axe and toss it at this other guy.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Light axe. That's not very good.
Oh, that is also a miss. Nice. All right, so they are going to return. You can. It sounds like they're kind of grunting and they're like. There's lots of sounds around, and it seems like there are a couple others that are over here, moving around here. So it looks a little dim for our heroes, if that's what you want to call them. All right, but these guys come up here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, he doesn't like Borgar. So he moves down here to attack Borgar. All right, and this guy moves over here in the melee in the scrum here to attack Eric. All right, so the first row will be Eric and the second one will be Borgar. Ooh, okay, so Borgar, that is a hit, and it just does max damage, which would be 7 points.
7 points of damage. All right.
So you can use your shield to stop that if you'd like.
Yeah, why don't I do my 1 shield hit to take it on the shield this time?
All right,
Since
yeah.
that's a big hit.
So you take it on the shield, but now your shield is quite damaged.
Yep.
All righty. All right, so let's roll initiative again. Did you guys all roll?
Yes.
Yeah, I got 6.
All right. So a great success and a 4. So Borgar. So Borgar and Eric are going to go, but Nacho, you're going to have to go after these man-eating scorn.
All right. So I tossed my light axe. I'm going to reach onto my belt and pull out my main axe, and I'm going to make a swipe at him.
Awesome.
Make a swipe at him.
Do the thing.
Awesome. Not very good again. Make a swipe at him.
Do the thing.
Not very good again. I believe that's a miss since it only hits AC 7.
It is. We guys aren't rolling very well. Sounds bad. All right, Eric.
Okay, I'll attack the one above him with my spear.
That hits.
And then hit, and I use my shield to hit him.
All right, cool. I haven't done this yet, so we should read that. What happens with this here? What are we talking about?
It's like a shield bash. We read it in a little book. It's a 1d3 plus strength modifier.
Nice. But is there like, is it a disadvantage or something, the second attack? I can't remember.
I think so, because
Yeah,
it's 2
I do
weapon
too.
fighting.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh,
So you'd have to roll. Did you roll it with disadvantage, Eric?
No.
So just roll it again, and then we'll just take the lowest one.
Okay.
All right, yeah. So the second one was too low, and it isn't enough to take him. But you did do 8 points of damage, and oh, this is Twitch. All right. So you said it was this one up here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is enough to actually kill him anyway. So that seems good. That bodes well.
I let out a roar.
All right. Nasty Varnori roar echoes through the Wistwood. Okay, so it's their turn, right? So this guy is going to get here. These guys come crashing through the shrubberies, as they do. And we'll have an attack on /R2D2. All right, they both attack Naja. They don't seem happy with him.
But I'm the one that killed their friend.
All right, so what's your AC?
I believe 15.
A 15. What's Naja wearing for armor?
Reinforced hide.
Nice. That sounds quite barbaric indeed. So this 18 is going to hit with this bone club he's got here. Ooh, but 7 points of damage. I believe you did say you were using a shield,
Yes.
which you could use to block or whatever.
I'll take the hit.
Ooh, okay. Nice. All right. So now it's Naja's turn.
Okay, I'll start raging.
All right, man. So tell us about raging.
Okay, to enter or enrage, you must declare it on your turn. You trigger it, response suffering damage or being subjected to charm. Relentless number of rounds equal to your con modifier. Your rage is loud, which is gonna be a roar, and you gain 2+ bonus on strength and con checks.
And how
So
long
yeah,
can you do it for?
equal to my con modifier, so I guess 3 rounds.
All right.
And I attack with my spear.
Do the thing.
How do I target the? Oh,
You don't have to
spear.
target anything, yeah. So that would be a 12, or did you already add the +2 from your rage?
I I did not add the +2 from my
All right.
rage.
So in his enraged state, that enhances his accuracy, and you do strike the scorn. Jeez Louise. Thanks for subscribing, Cody. Hey, Hee Hob. What's up, buddy? Wow, there's a lot of stuff going on in this stream. This adds a lot. All right, so that's 9 points of damage, correct? All
Yep.
right. So that actually, in your rage, you what happens? How do you kill this guy?
Through the chest. Spear through the chest.
All right. The blade erupts from his back, showering the nearby brambles with scorn blood. All right, so you guys can go ahead and roll initiative.
You were rolling so well last night.
All right, so great success. Nacho. You're still enraged, correct? Oh, no, he fumbles. All right, so that means his opponent. Oops, wrong one. What the hell's going on here? I got so many screens open, y'all. All right, so as Naja fumbles, this guy gets a counter strike on him here. His rage, sometimes he cannot quite contain himself. Oh, but this guy fumbles, so I guess you get a counter strike back. All right, you miss. All right, so
I think these people have been drinking more than my kiddo has.
that's all right, though. I mean, you guys are fighting in the middle of the woods. There's, brambles and stuff all over the place. These scorn are right in your face. You guys are all yelling at each other in barbaric rage. So,
And a couple of dead bodies around. We
That's
just
right.
triple over each other.
that's right, Eric. Go ahead. What are you going to do? Ethereal?
Oh. Okay. Looks like I have to move around. Okay, I'll move to I'll move uh, to the right of Naya, and attack the beastman next to him, to Bogal.
All right. All right, so that's a hit. These guys are some wimpy beastmen, apparently. So how do you kill this guy?
Right through the eye.
A spear in the eye. Nice. Nothing like says morning. Hello is like a spear in the eye.
And while it's in there, I start rotating it.
All right. All right. I believe it's these other two guys' turn. All right. So they rush forward, trampling the bodies of their companions uncaringly. Without even pause. They don't seem concerned. And who do they attack? Oh, that is not a roll. All right, it looks like one on each of you. Oh, both natural 20s. Crazy. All right. So those are rolls. All right, so you each take 7 points of damage.
Yep.
Can't take on the shield.
All right. So your shield is now damaged, and it can't be used for this process again until it's fixed. Borgar.
All right, so I'm going to. My fighter class lets me use this special thing to switch fighting styles to go from protector to adaptable.
Mhm.
Not protector to adaptable, protector to opportunist using adaptable. So I'm in opportunist mode. And then I'm going to make a melee strike with my battle axe against the one in front of me.
All right. Well, thanks for following, ED. All right. Go ahead and make the strike, bro.
Just did.
Oh, it did. And you do hit. All right. But this one is not slain by this blow. Maybe
This one's
he
not
is.
slain. Oh, no. I
Some
was
s-
counting on him being slain so I could attack his buddy, but
No.
it's tougher than the rest.
Apparently. You did 9 points, right?
Yep.
But it is a grave wound indeed. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. No, it's a 19, not a 20. Never mind. That's right. It's a 19, not a 20. So even though a 20 is a critical strike, 19 is kind of like a special thing in fantasy gaming as well.
Mhm.
All right. So I believe it is initiative again. So the battle in the woods continues. Ooh, okay. So Nacho. Naja in his last round of raging.
Okay, I'm pissed off that my shield is broken, so I just drop my spear, pull out my great sword, and attack.
All right. He's got his big great sword hacking away here. All right. Yeah. So the rage continues to affect his accuracy. All right, but that was the last for you two. Now these guys return blows. Is it looking grim? I don't know.
It's okay.
Ooh, a 19. Oh, I better do this. Who do they attack? Oh, they both attacked Borgar from his opportunistic shift, and one of them does 4 points of damage on Borgar.
Which takes me to 0.
Oh boy. Borgar goes down.
It's okay. Borgar has a brother named Brogar.
Awesome. Brogar. All right, so now it is Borgar cannot go, but Eric can. He doesn't have to. He's not necessarily dead. He might be mostly dead, a little dead. We don't know yet. We're going to have to see after the combat. Eric.
Okay. I'll use my spear to attack the one that just took Balrog down.
Ooh, a 9. Man, you guys only need 11s to hit these guys, and some of you guys have +3s and things. Like this dude's got what, a +4? What does he have a +4 from?
Hmm?
Looks like he's getting a +1 twice. His strength is probably 2, and you get a +1 for being a barbarian. What's the other +1 for? It misses regardless. I was just curious.
Oh, he died.
That was on weapons chart in the rule book.
Oh,
for
just the
spear.
spears get a +1? Perfect. Nice. See, I don't know the rules that well, so it's only the
Oh
third
wait.
time I played.
So in the, oh wait, did I make a mistake and it shouldn't be okay for the hit and the melee weapon. Is all that supposed to be 0 then?
Oh, on the sheet?
Yeah.
Hell, I don't know, bud. I've never
Oh,
made one of these sheets.
I have it all on 0.
Let's see. So it's going to add some things automatically.
Yeah, so it
All right.
adds your fighting, your attack bonus, and your strength or your dex mod automatically. So you shouldn't, right? For instance, you shouldn't put +2 to hit if you have a 2 bonus to strength.
Yeah, it's already in there because it's already taking the mod plus it's taking this the attack bonus that it has here on the sheet. Yeah, so it should just be 0s. Were they already 0s? Or the spear automatically gives you a +1? Is that what you said? So that should be a +1, right? If it does. I don't want to take that away from y'all.
The spear was just +1 damage. Was you hold it with your other hand?
Oh, it's only +1 to damage, yeah. So that's perfect. I think you have it all right now. Let's see. We'll be good. All right, so other than that, what did...
He accidentally picked up.
Oh,
your
so it's
phone.
initiative again? Is that correct? 2 on 2. Let's roll some initiative, boys. Uh-oh. Failure on Nacho.
It's been fun.
Oh, great success, though, from Ethereal. Eric, what's he doing? You have 1 wounded and 1 unwounded Scorn in front of you.
Attack the. Can I? Okay.
So this game actually has a... there's some things that we haven't been doing that you could do. They have minor exploits, major exploits, rescue exploits. So there's some different things that you can actually try to do if you want to. So it doesn't have to be just swing and a miss. It can be all sorts of different things. So why don't you just describe maybe what you want to do, and then we can go from. You can even there's even like a flee exploit. So there's some options.
Okay. I'll just attack using my spear. Wait, can I actually get anyone on?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Okay. Just move here and attack. And that's a miss, isn't it?
Yeah, you need an 11. Definitely a miss. It's like a 2. You rolled a 2. All right. So these guys are going to
Can I
strike.
attack again? Oh no, my, with my shield
Oh, yeah, sure.
because I just moved only 5. I only took a step.
Yeah, just click the 2. Just click the disadvantage and roll.
And that's also a miss.
The same roll. Oh boy, guys. All right, so I believe it's these Scorn's turn. Let's see. All right. So they're each going to attack one. First would be Eric. Ooh, 12s. I don't believe either of those hit you guys, do they?
Nope.
All right, so now it is Naja's turn. And you're no longer raging. Eric hasn't raged yet, but he could have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, looks like Nacho attacks, misses. Initiative again. This is coming down to the wire, guys. All right, there's a great success. Great success. So you guys both get to go this time. Go ahead. Nacho, you can go. You went first. You got a 1. It's as good as it gets. Okay, here we go. Which one, the top one or the bottom one?
Top.
Okay. That's enough to kill him. That was a pretty big hit. That was max damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right, Eric, what are you doing? You have a spear.
I'm just gonna rage to make sure to kill this guy because this is just bad.
All right.
Okay. So
So you can go into a rage. What's your con?
15. So it's only 2 tones.
2 rounds.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Go ahead and attack. You get a +2.
Okay, let me add that in.
All right, so you did add it in, but it's still a miss. So close.
Okay, shield attack.
All right.
Okay, that is a hit. Full damage. Well,
4
wait,
damage.
Wait.
4 plus
Does
2.
it-
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it does damage. That's perfect.
Yeah, but does it? I can't remember if it does additional damage when I'm raging.
Yes, you get a +2 to your damage.
Okay, so that we. I didn't add that until 6.
All right. Yeah. So, well, you're actually not really close enough to hit him. You would have had to have moved to hit him with your
Okay.
shield, right? Because you weren't close enough. But regardless,
Yeah.
can you do that if you move? That's the question. Did you say you can't shield bash if you have to move? Is this a fighter gig or is it just in the combat section?
It's just in the combat section under fighting styles.
Nice. Did you read it? Can you move or not? I don't know.
It says it grants an extra attack each turn. It doesn't say anything about moving or not.
For sure, then you can just have an extra attack. All right, so this last blow crunches the Scorn's teeth in, and his eyes rolls back, and he falls to the ground, dead. All right, let's see what happens here to our good friend Borgar, because I'm not sure I can handle a guy named Brogar. So,
All right, Borgar, con check.
oh, that's it.
Just barely.
79. Is that where we are? 79.
Yeah, 79.
Okay, assuming that Eric probably isn't going to do it, assuming Naja checks on Borgar and finds that he's only mostly dead. So now he is going to need to roll on the roll a 1d20. What'd you get? Ooh, a 17. All right. So it's a minor scar. A minor scar has no significant adverse effect. In fact, after a few ales, some folks might even be impressed by it. I'm sure that Ethereal Dragon is quite impressed by your scars, Arlen. Okay.
Hey, did you just? Maybe I am.
That's a sexy scar.
All right. All right, nice. So now what is the plan? You guys have found the ambush, apparently, and apparently it was a Scorn ambush, or they were preparing for a Scorn ambush, if that isn't what happened here originally. What are you guys going to do? All right, so after 1 to 3 minutes, Borgar will awaken with 1 hit point.
Uh,
1
loot
minute.
and investigate.
All right, so
Loot, investigate the wagon.
you want to go investigate the wagon, Naja? All right. So Naja moves
I'll
over.
I'll save a Morgoth so no one comes up and just kills him.
Well, that's friendly of you. Yeah. So after a while, your rage wears off. Chest heaving. You check out
But why?
Borgar.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
All the beastmen edible.
It would be pretty weird to eat them, yes. But anything is edible. It doesn't. We don't really know if it's toxic.
Hmm. And I don't think a wilderness log will. And
I suggest not to.
will the
Just in case.
wilderness law actually work determining that or not?
What's that?
Will the wilderness law tell me if it is or not?
Wilderness.
Sure.
Success.
All right. So you do not believe it's toxic. Certainly, strange and likely reviled, but not toxic. All right, Naja, you see, it looks like a wagon. It looks like there might have been some other people around, just because of the number of tracks. You're rolling an investigation. Is that what you said? Do you have wilderness lore?
He would. He's a barbarian.
All right.
And advantage.
I didn't choose lore as a skill.
I don't think you have to. I think it comes as a barbarian.
Yeah,
Oh,
animal
okay.
and wilderness.
I did not add that to the skills list.
That's all right.
And you have advantage as well with wilderness.
Yeah. So just click your advantage when you make that check.
Okay. Do I make it now? Okay.
Yeah. Sure. All right. So looks like you rolled an intelligence check. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what the lore is, right?
All right. Wilderness lore. Let me see here, boys. I can see where people start to get annoyed by making skill checks. All right. Wilderness lore is indeed an intelligence check. Mostly, this is only going to help you like with tracking. But I mean, it's the same thing for a detection check. There is no investigation. It's detection. Is perception. So you could roll one of those if you want. You're not sure. You see, it looks like a lot of stuff has been moving around here. The corpse and the horse look like they've been picked at by carnivorous and scavenging type creatures. The horse looks like it was jabbed and beaten to death, as well as the guy. So, did you want to take a detection test? Which is, what I say? Perception. You can make a perception. All right. So you look around and you're unsure of how many, but you're pretty sure that this is likely Reinhold by his dress. He seems dressed more as like an Argosan Midlander, and it's strange what has been taken doesn't necessarily look like the valuables you'd expect, and it seems unusual that a corpse would be left by cannibals, unless it was some wily cunning that they were doing in an effort to indeed ambush more people who might come to investigate. The majority of the valuables that would have been are still here.
I guess I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll put everything in my bag. right. So what? So mostly what you have found are bags of herbs and supplies for searching around out here. But you do find, it seems like Reinhold was an aficionado for prisms. So you find some crystal prisms in a pouch in his at his side that you figure each of them are worth a couple gold pieces. And the supplies and herbs could rate in the maybe 10 to 15 gold pieces. And there's like 4 packs of them.
Oh, great. Now we got some money.
You'd obviously have to sell those back in town. All right, so Borgar, you awaken. You are obviously wounded and dazed, but you are capable of doing something. What is it that you intend to do? You see that the stalwart Eric has been standing guard over you as he eyes the Scorn hungrily.
So I think I'm gonna suggest that our party takes a short rest so that we can get some hit points back. So I'm probably just gonna kind of go over to a tree and sort of sit down and kind of bandage myself up a bit and catch my breath after my near-death experience.
Okay, I guess we're gonna grill some scorn. Let's go.
Well, don't forget to eat the host as well. If there's anything that isn't disgusting in it.
It sounds all would be kind of disgusting to me, but I would imagine that it seems like it's been dead. So it's like eating road carcass on the ground on the side of the road that's been hit. It's like,
Oh, so it's been dead that long? Never mind.
yeah, it's been dead for a few days at least.
Okay, then definitely not.
I think definitely not is probably the way to approach eating the scorn too. That's
Yeah, like I
like,
said, it would probably be
are you-
reviled by the people because I mean, like you have normal food that you could eat.
Oh, I didn't roll for that.
I only have 1 day of rations. I need something.
Well,
yeah, but the merchant had provisions
yeah,
and stuff.
he has supplies on his wagon that they did not take.
We're. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He said it was supplies for a few days to be out here. So, and they weren't taking it. Things were just strewn around. It almost seems like something that doesn't quite understand what would be valuable and wouldn't be valuable. Killed this dude and his party if he had other people with him, and then just like killed his horse and throw all the stuff around.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
how
eat
many-
some rations.
What was your question, Ethereal?
I was also asked how many days of rations there are.
All right, so you think you can find 10 total days of rations and supplies on the wagon. Are you guys not taking a short rest while Borgar does?
Yeah, I am. I'm eating rations.
Okay.
Trying to get some hit points.
Yeah, so you guys are relaxing. Are you hanging out by the wagons or are you going somewhere else?
I'm hanging with Bogar just in case something pops out of nowhere.
All right, so let's look at these short rest rules. What's Eric doing? Is he resting as well, or?
Yes.
Okay, nice. All right, so each time a short rest is taken, one or more will checks may be made. Each successful check allows the character to gain 1 short rest benefit as outlined below. So after 1 meaningful combat, and it was meaningful, sure. The adventurer may spend a few minutes recovering and tending injuries before passing on. Walking and light duties may be performed during this period. Okay, so let's start with Arlen and Borgar. So all right. Only 3 short rests may be taken for a 24-hour period. 1 rest grants 3 will checks. 1 rest gets 2 will checks, and 1 rest grants a single will check. So, how many How many will checks do you want to make on this rest?
Um, my will is not very good, so it seems like doing all 3 on this rest would be the best.
Additionally, an adventurer gains a bonus number of will checks equal to his con modifier, which may be distributed among the 3 short rests as the player wishes. Okay, so you're going to take all 3?
I'm gonna do all 3. So first will check, or do I have to choose what I want to spend the will check on first, or can I make the will check and then choose?
I think you can make the will check and then choose.
All right, first one.
All right, that's a terrible
Terrible
failure.
failure.
It means you lose the other one. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. All right, so well, Ethereal, you have to say how many will checks you're taking before you can just roll.
Just
Right.
one.
All right. Well, were you going to say one until you made it? That's why you have to say. That's why you have to say it up front. So you got 1 so far, Arlen, and you got 1 more check.
All right, one more check.
All right, so you got 2. So
All
what are you
right,
going to do?
so first thing I'm going to do is the regain hit points 1. So that brings me up. Half of my hit points is 5, plus my con modifier is 7. So that brings me up to 8 hit points with the 1 that I get back from waking up. And then I'm going to recover my use of the adaptable class ability.
Nice. What are you going to recover then, Ethereal?
Hit points. When do I heal?
Half of any lost hit points plus a con bonus. So how many hit points did you lose?
7.
7?
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
so I
3
take
plus
it
your
down to-
con. Or we'll go 4 plus your con.
Okay, so 4 plus my con, so almost healed.
Nice. And what about Naja?
I'm doing 1 recovery.
You're going to make 1 check only?
Yes.
All right. So we could. Do they have boxes on your character sheet to show like which ones you've used so far or what?
I
No,
don't see
just
anything
on
like
boxes.
that.
Okay. So go ahead and make a will test. And you did. So what are you going to do? What are you.
I'm gonna recovering hit points.
Okay. So you guys do not have your rage ability then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got your hit points. So how many hit points did you lose?
I lost 7.
7. So you're in the same situation. 4 plus your con bonus.
So I got 6 back. No, wait, 4 plus my con bonus is 3. Oh yeah, okay, I got 7 back.
Nice. You have a high con then. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to take a quick, let's take about a 5-minute bio here, boys. And I'm going to move us over. Do you guys want to stay talking on the stream or do you want me to mute you on the stream?
Why don't you mute? Because I'm going to run to the bathroom. Or
Yeah.
mute me at least.
All right, and we're back. Thanks everyone who hung with us, and I appreciate it. It looks like we got Maltworm and Cody and Hehob in the house, as well as the players are out there. Great. So, just to recap, our guys headed out from Vorngard on a search to find Reinhold for the herders and growers common at the behest of one master Arlis. And they believe they have found him, and he was killed by Scorn, possibly. And they just got in a fight with some ambushers and have now recovered. So, what are you going to do?
I want to remove the canines from the ones I killed.
All right, so that will probably take some time. Let's see.
Should we take his body back to town just for like a burial or something?
That sounds nice. Was anyone else going to look around, or was there anything else you intended to do?
I think I was just intending to pack up his kind of supplies and stuff and get us ready to travel.
All right, so all right, it sounds to me like this would be a wilderness lore dex check to gather these canines. It's not like you can't get them, but how nice do you want them to be, I guess would be my question. So you have advantage on wilderness lore, so I'm going to assume you can figure out how that works. And why don't you just make a dex check to see if you can get these canines where you want them there, Ethereal.
Yeah, but the question is, can I break the other teeth next to them to make it easier? I'll just roll the dex. Is it wilderness dex?
Yeah, I'm going to just give you the wilderness lore as a barbarian. You don't have to make a roll for that. Just make a dex check.
Okay. Wait, so... Oh, Frank, would I exit?
Is it possible to do it off the character sheet? I don't really know. Let me see. Yeah, just off to the right, you just make the roll off to that, right where it says like ranged in AC on your sheet.
Yeah, I just changed it to dex. Great success.
All right, so you got some canines, and it doesn't take a whole long time to do that. All right, so you pack the stuff up. Like I said, it seems like you would assume that Reinhold wasn't alone during this, but you don't see any other people.
Was he supposed to be by himself?
You don't really know, but you would assume not.
Yeah, so could I use detection to try to see if I can find any tracks or evidence of where these people might have gone?
Sure.
Nope.
Yeah, you're not sure. It seems like a pretty difficult thing to figure out. So Naja has checked for that, and Borgar has checked for that. Is Eric interested in that when he is done being Harvey the dentist? A dentist? Sorry.
Yeah, just go along with what they're doing.
Are you going to try and look for tracks as well, or no?
Yeah, by keeping an eye out for any possible enemies as well.
Of course. So you won't get advantage with your wilderness lore check, but go ahead and make your wilderness lore check. You won't get advantage because you're not only looking for that, you're also trying to stay alert or whatever, as opposed to focusing all of your attention on the...
Yeah, that's bad.
Terrible failure. Okay, yeah, so as far as you can tell, that it's too trampled around here. Until something changes, it's going to be difficult. I mean, you could take some time and maybe like spend another day and then just try and like circular around. the area, you know, at a 100-yard radius or something, and try and pick up any tracks from where they left here. But it's too trampled here, and you guys spend, you know, a good hour or so trying to figure that out. It's easily, you know, early afternoon.
Well, actually, so I was gonna say we could. I forgot about mechanically. If you have the skill, you're allowed to use one of your rerolls to reroll something. So I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna use one of my rerolls to reroll that detection check.
Yeah, the reroll pool. That's cool. Where's that
Yeah,
at?
so that
There it
is
is.
equal to your level.
49.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, 1 per level. So you just mark it off when you use it.
Per level, marked it off. Rolling detection again.
All right, so a success. Okay, yeah. So you are guessing. Not guessing. You do find a trail that leads off of the main path, and by any indication, you're fairly certain that there's like some blood streaks once in a while. So either the escaping Scorn were wounded, or they could be carrying back the with them. They could be carrying these captives.
Is it in the general direction of Vorngard, or is it in a different way?
It's in a different direction. It looks like it's headed this direction.
Okay, so I'm gonna point it out to Eric and Naja and say, "Well, gentlemen, what do you want to do? Go after the possible survivors?"
I guess so. We should just prepare everything to get ready to go, just in case.
Yeah, I'll go along with them as well.
All right, so you guys prepare. It takes you another hour or so to get everything packed up, but you can easily find the bags and things that you need to take the remnants of Reinhold and his train here. Hopefully, there are some survivors that can help you actually carry the body back if you so desired. Looks like you guys are a bit wounded still, but not too bad. You could rest here before you head out, or you could continue. Obviously, it would take a few days to get a real long rest. So, one of the trackers want to track? So that would be wilderness lore at advantage if you were focusing on that.
Okay. I'm going to track. Let's see.
Intelligence or perception?
It's whatever the wilderness lore roll is. I think it's intelligence. Only one of you guys should really roll. Terrible failure for Nacho. That was advantage. Did you click the advantage roll?
Yes.
Nice.
Yep, he rolled a 12 twice.
Awesome.
Well, it's because my intelligence is -2.
Yeah, that's not too good.
Yeah, he's the dumb one.
Did you go ahead and roll? Did you? Sorry. You should just go ahead. Go ahead and roll Eternal. All right, good. So it takes some time, and it is encroaching on mid-afternoon as you find the path and begin to move along it through the Wistwood.
Excuse me.
Nice. All right. So as you're traveling through the evening, you kind of move into this area, the track that you're passing. On either side, it seems like a slightly different sort of tree is coming. And it seems like pieces, instead of like a nest like from a bird that you would normally see, it looks like on either side of the path and moving along, it almost looks like giant kind of hornets' nests hanging from the trees. So how do you want to approach this? You just want to walk through? What do you want to do?
With
Stealth?
the hornet's nests around?
Yeah, that's where the tracks are. The tracks are leading through that area.
Can we go around?
You have the opportunity to lose the trail if you go around because you're traveling. So it's like this 100, 200, or 300 radius area where the trail goes through, but you're seeing these weird nests. They don't look exactly like hornets' nests, but that's the best way to describe them.
Could we like light a torch and hope that the smoke kind of keeps them away?
You can do anything you want.
All right. Well, I think that's my suggestion is to light a torch or something and see if the smoke will keep them at bay.
How big are the nests, you said?
They look like they look maybe thinner than what you'd expect because it's more rounded. It almost looks like a mud dauber, if you know what that looks like, hanging from the trees.
Okay, about how long?
Oh, probably about 4 or 5 feet long.
Okay, no.
Okay, so they're not human size. Good. I was worried that there were going to be people in there.
Maybe.
I'll light up my torch to repel the whatever that is.
All right. So you guys are just staying on the path and moving through, right?
Yes, weapons out, because pretty much using my spear as a walking stick as well. So it's always going to be out.
All right. I'm trying to set something up here quick. Ethereal, where do you live? Or like approximately, are you in the US or are you somewhere else or?
Yes, and the East Coast.
Okay, so both you and Nacho are on the East Coast. Do you guys know each other outside of Discord? Do you game together or no?
No, I mean,
we know each other, but we never met.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I think he's closer to Mexico.
Oh, I thought you're on the East Coast, no?
I'm in New Jersey.
Well, you're closer to Mexico than I am, then. I'm in New York.
Wait, are you in New York City or upstate?
Restaurant.
Okay, that's upstate.
So, how long have you guys been gaming? Do you normally play 5e or do you play something else?
This is our first time together.
Well, what do you got? What do you normally play, Nacho?
D&D 5e, yeah.
Oh yeah, all right, 5e. So, how does this feel compared to that? Kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, I use Fantasy Grounds instead of Roll20.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think of Roll20 compared to Fantasy Grounds?
Fantasy Grounds better.
Oh my god. Not even close. Come on, man. All right. I'm trying to find something quick. I am almost done. What about you, Ethereal? Do you usually use Fantasy Grounds? What makes it better, I guess I should ask, really.
I've only used it while playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it was only once Tuesday.
Nacho, what do you think makes it better?
Does it takes away the guesswork?
Guesswork? What guesswork?
Like when I'm trying to make a new basically ability or weapon attack.
Oh, because you're saying it's copy pasted right over because it's in there or something?
Yeah.
Well, this has that too. It just doesn't have it for this game.
No. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this can do that as well.
Because this is my first time using Roll20.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you guys?
Actually, the last two D&D campaigns, the previous one I was doing until the DM had to get a second job, and the currently one I'm doing are both second edition.
Oh, second edition. Cool.
Which is actually the first one I played back in, I think, 93?
Awesome.
My brother was looking for a game. Since he doesn't want to do GM.
I normally play as a paladin.
I like playing clerics.
All right. So here we are. You guys are like on this path here that there is kind of a rise to either side as it kind of moves into just a low canyon, maybe only 8 or 9 feet tall, with these trees on either side. All along are holding these strange kind of hives that hang down.
Lovely.
As long as it's not spiders.
Those will be next. I always love it when people tell me I hate spider. Oh, those are in then. No, I'm just kidding, man.
The last a group I was in ran into spiders. The dumb fighter decided to bone the Rams and started a minor forest fire.
Mm. I didn't know they have minor forest fires. They all sound
that's in
bad.
California.
Well, it was winter, so there will be snow and such. I think it was winter. It was a dumb half orc.
All right, you see these weird things hanging there? And so the path leads down here. Man, it looks like the chat room is going crazy a little bit.
And speaking of the half orc, I just got a notification from the guy that played him.
All right. Good to mention that we have all the games on the Audio Dungeon Discord. Man, Cody is always pimping the Audio Dungeon Discord. All right. Anyway, you guys. So you guys move forward with your torches.
And I think so. It seems like what we want to do is go like single file, trying to kind of get that basically as close to the middle of the path as we can to try to avoid getting too close to these things.
Yeah, I'll be in the middle.
All right. Who's in the front?
I will be.
All right. So
All right.
that means we have Eric in the front. How far apart are you guys? Close? Far away? What?
Yeah, it's close.
All right, so we'll just say this is kind of how you are as you go snaking down the center of this small canyon. These strange things around you. You do kind of, it does seem like it quiets. Like there isn't as much activity around here as you might think, eating whatever these bugs are or whatever is happening. I'm feeling like you guys are kind of stealthing, even though you have torches. You're still trying to be quiet. Is that accurate? You're like not trying to yell or do anything else, right? So why don't you all make stealth checks?
Oh joy. Have that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a dex. So stealth, all it would do is give you a +1, so it's not a huge problem.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Borgar, everyone's good, but Eric, a little concerned. He doesn't have a torch, so he's just got spear and his shield out, I'm assuming, and is leading you guys through. You're relatively quiet, but there is something here that doesn't seem to like being disturbed.
Been fun.
So it's
Yeah,
unwrapping from a tree nearby and taking flight quite quickly. You can see a long, sinuous snake that has wings on it, and it's winging forward, its mouth agape and angry with a hiss. It seems ferocious and very aggressive. So let's roll initiative.
a snake. Ew.
Yeah, a
With
long winged snake. Looks like it's about 8 to 12 feet long as it drops out of this tree, kind of glides forward. Wing, feathered, probably leathery wings flared. All right, so Eric is quite surprised by this, but it looks like Borgar can do something as a snake moves forward.
Okay, there we go. I was just gonna ask if we could see where the snake is.
Yeah, it's coming, just kind of coming forward.
So, are there like readied actions in low fantasy gaming?
I think you can hold, yes, to do something later.
Okay, well then I want to. So I've got my torch in my right hand and my mangled shield in my left. So what I want to do is basically kind of, if it gets close, I'm gonna wave my torch in its face and hope that that kind of keeps it back.
Okay. Naja.
I guess I should just hit it.
All right, you're gonna
Wait,
attack it with your spear.
No, my great sword.
Okay, your great sword. So you're not using a shield. Nice. All right. So Eric, did you say something or not? Ethereal.
I thought I'd go before him. I got 3.
I thought you failed actually.
No, great success.
Oh, maybe I'm looking. Maybe you rolled later.
The stealth was the failure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead.
Okay. So I will spear this thing. Did that do anything? Oh, there we go.
Hmm.
Did that hit?
AC 14, just enough.
And it's right on top of me?
It's flying towards you. Yeah. It's about 10 feet away, so I'm assuming you're using your spear and you stabbed at it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It won't be right. I can't use my shield.
correct.
So I guess I'm done.
All
Actually,
righty. Go ahead.
Actually, I would take a side step.
Trying to hide behind Naja.
No, not so much. I was just getting next to him.
You were next to him.
I thought I was in front of him.
No, well, it's coming from
Beside
your
him.
side. Do you see what you were in front of him? But do you see where the snake is?
Wait a minute. Let me. Oh, there. Okay. Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Killer Sheet keeps blocking it. The map.
You can minimize your character sheet by double clicking anywhere in like the name bar. You can also pull the character sheet out by that, like clicking on that little symbol in the top left corner. All right, so it looks like it's the snake's turn. I already forgot what I rolled. A dose. All right, it's coming right here. It's close enough that Borgar can swing at it with the torch if he'd like.
Yeah, so I'm not trying to hit it. I'm just trying to kind of keep it at bay.
Yeah. It looks long and ferocious, and even maybe has some sort of animalistic cunning.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it doesn't attack you, but it does attack Naja.
All right.
Ooh, a 16. That hit?
Yeah, I'm a 15.
All right, so you need to make a luck roll. Luck con.
But don't forget, since you have your sold out, that you won't be using your shield, so it'll be 1 less AC.
That too.
So luck and a con.
Let me look at this. I think so. It may be you get your con bonus against it. Let me look. So this is basically a saving throw, which normally uses luck, but
you get your
attribute check for that. So basically, your luck is a 10 because you're first level, and you would add, what's your con bonus? A 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need a 13 or less. You could just go /R1d20 if you want. /R space 1d20, or just make luck with a +3, I guess. All right, perfect. All right, so yeah, you feel like it definitely seems like this bite feels poisonous, but you think that it doesn't immediately do anything to you. And you did take 3 points of damage. Let's roll for initiative, boys. It doesn't seem affected by the torch, Borgar. Not just by waving. It didn't attack you, though, so it's possible that maybe that held it off.
But I think we're done using the torch.
10.
All right, so it looks like Borgar. What are you going to do, buddy?
So I'm gonna. The ground like dirt, or is there like leaves and stuff? Basically, I'm wondering if I toss the torch to the ground, is it going to start a forest fire?
Not easily. It's kind of
Well,
cold
then
up here, so it's mists every morning. So the stuff is not like dry or anything like that.
Well, then I'm going to just toss the torch to the ground, pull out my axe, which I can do as one action, and
Yep.
then swing.
Do it. Do the thing. Oh, that's a hit. And it's you take a pretty big slash out of it with your battle axe. But it is not dead. Eric.
Okay. So just take a little side step. There. So again, the spirit. And that's a miss, isn't it?
It is indeed. So just as Eric tries to stab, are you using a spear?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to be right next to him. You could have hit him from where you were. But anyway, it kind of stabs, and then it flaps its wings and wings up. Kind of comes over here and then turns, and it strikes its head back as it kind of hovers a little bit and spits towards you guys.
That's disgusting. Don't spit on people.
Well, you should have your shield out then.
He spits at Borgar, in fact. All right, let's see what happens. This is a pretty nasty spit, Borgar. Oh, nose.
Oh.
So apparently this dude just spit it's concentrated venom all over Borgar's face. The spittle-like acid spills into his eyes, watering instantly and growing red. And you take 2d4 points of damage and make a luck dex save.
2d4, or are you going to do it?
Oh, no, it's a 20, so it's full damage.
Oh, so that takes me to 0.
Yeah, but you could also have something worse, so go ahead and make this save to make sure it didn't get into your mouth or something.
Luck save, dex check.
Yes. Oh, good. Success. So that's all that happens, though it could have been worse. All right, so it definitely seems like it's kind of flying about here. So I believe that it is Naja's turn. Nacho. Oh,
All right, so I'm gonna attack. I'm muted because my neighbors are playing loud music.
it's all right.
I don't want to get you tagged by Twitch. Um, I attack. I guess I attack. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Anonymous Cheerer, for some cheer. I appreciate that.
So I'll charge ahead and attack with my greatsword.
So it's flying in the air. So you're not going to be able to reach it normally. But I would give you a minor exploit. Like you could parkour up the side of this escarpment and then possibly,
Do a jumping attack.
jumping attack. But you're going to have to do a successful dex check in order to do that.
Should
And
it
if
be
you
athletics.
Sure. Yeah, athletics. And then if you fail, though, you're going to be pretty far up in the air. So you're going to have to make a luck dex shave or you're going to take damage. Okay?
All right, let's do this.
Do this thing.
Hardcore parkour.
All right. So Naja leaps into the air with his greatsword, just capable of possibly striking it, but misses. But he does land, and he's okay. But so is the snake. Initiative. Oh, boy. Nacho. What is Naja going to do this round?
I guess a little hardcore parkour.
All right, yeah. So you could kind of climb to the top. Well, I guess you kind of are on the top, really. But yeah, so you can make a jumping attack at this thing again. You just have to make the dex check, which you've done, and attack.
So I just attack.
You can. I mean, you could also grab it. Oh, no, a fumble. So as you leap up there, it bites out at you. Oh, but misses, fortunately. All right, but it's still here. All right. Oh, I got to roll. 30% is a 1, 6. Oh, boy. This isn't good. All right. So it circles around and spits. Oh, boy. It spits in this direction, hitting this long, strange thing that was hanging. And it continues on its flight to quickly GTFO. Oh boy.
Yeah, flying barbarian scared off.
It certainly did. Certainly did. All right, so what is Eric going to do?
Wait. The anti-toxin warlock won't do anything to see when he passes luck save. What can I do?
You can check on him.
I'm gonna try to. We have healing. I'm gonna try using a healing orb on him.
So, is this some
So
special
I think
item
you
that he
need
has?
to.
Go ahead, Arlen.
I was gonna say, I think first off, you need to check to see if I'm alive or not.
Yeah.
That's one of the things in this game.
Yeah, so let's do that.
You might be able to.
Let's do that.
Intelligence.
No, you don't have to do that. Basically, I think Arlen just has
I
to make
roll
a
a
roll
con
to
check.
see if he's dead or not. Yeah.
Dead.
All
We
right.
need to do another roll on the injuries table.
Yep, D20 on the injuries table. Ooh, a 13. This isn't as good. Ooh, a head injury.
Hey, that's not bad. I had head injury.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, roll a D4 twice. The first roll will be the number of days. The second one will be the what's affected. Oh, so for 2 days of rest will mend your injury. Oh no, I got those a D8. Lose 1d4, so 2 points to your intelligence. So you're kind of addled by this spittle as it's affected and being sucked into your brain pan. Gross. All right, but you have survived. Is something else happen during that period of time?
Well, it's going to take me a couple minutes
To get up, yeah.
to actually get up. So if there's something coming out of this, whatever it is, then that's going to happen before I'm actually up.
And it's
I
something
think we have to retreat.
All right. So is that what you guys want to do? Because, yeah, you can see like an intense buzzing, droning sound starts up, and you can kind of hear it. And you can just start to see something look like it's kind of pulling itself out of the bottom of the nest.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with spiders or whatever this thing is. Let's just pick up this guy and go.
All right. So you guys just going to hightail it back out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And whatever happens to the poor associates of Master Reinhold.
Yeah. They chose
Was
us.
it-
They chose
Wait,
this
what's
area.
closer, the exits or the entrance?
Looks like you're closer to. You're in the middle.
I'd say we go to the other way then.
This way,
Yeah.
towards where
That's the
the
one.
snake was flying.
Oh,
But it's up in the air
but that-
flying, so it's not. It's like 60 feet in the air, 70 feet in the air.
All right.
But you can't escape-
Bulgar.
You don't. Okay, yeah. Borgar isn't awake yet, and that is where you guys are going, off to the north. All right. Let's see if
Yeah.
this snake is finished with you. He is. All right. So I'm going to use these rules here to see. Kind of these chase rules to see if the things chase you or not. So let's get some low fantasy gaming use. Let me see if I can find it. Are you looking at your book, Arlen? Do you see what I'm talking about?
That's page 69.
69. Oh, which book are you using? The free one?
The deluxe
Oh,
version.
you are looking at the deluxe version.
ooh,
Okay.
fancy.
It's in the move. I am as well, but all right. I just
Yeah,
heard something.
move chases. 2 sides. The GM determines the starting gap. Chase is
Oh.
broken into 3d6 legs. The chasers reduce the gap to 0 before the end of the last leg. The quarry are caught. That see, Pickpocket Press changed that so that it doesn't look so silly. The quarry escape.
What looks so?
As in, are caught.
Oh, you're at the resolving the chase section here? Oh, here's the party retreat. The whole party wishes to flee from a battle. They must first explain to the GM how escape must be possible. And it is just squiggling out of there still, so it's not out. A luck check is required, possibly with strength or con checks to carry out unconscious allies. If the successful, the whole party reduces their luck by 1. Oh, yeah, I think you're supposed to be reducing your luck by 1 on these checks too, maybe. I don't know for sure, though, I guess. We roll a luck save.
Successful luck check reduces it by 1, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's do this roll. So you're not going to have to make it, Arlen, but the other two guys, group luck check, which I think both of you guys roll. So go ahead and make a luck check. I don't think we have to roll. I don't think we have to roll strength or con check. You guys are easily strong enough to carry him. Maltworm, thank you for subscribing, sir. Oh, so a failure by Nacho. So there might be some kind of problem. Let's see. So as you're trying to grab the reeling Borgren, is that his name? I lost it. Borgar, the reeling Borgar, you have some trouble leading him away as you try and grab him and gum up. So you're a little slow, and you can look back to see some kind of, it looks like the birth of some sort of insectile creature as it pulls itself from the hanging hive from the tree. Why don't we make what's this madness? Because this is a pretty bizarre thing that you guys have never seen before. All right. So I want you to roll. Eric moves off, and he's kind of leading the way and with his shield, making sure that the serpent doesn't rain poison down on your aces. But Nacho, why don't you make a luck will save? All right, so it looks like you were successful. So basically, even seeing the birth of this strange creature out of some unholy womb isn't enough to drive you insane. But you gather up Borgar and you flee away from the area. The mocking pincher sounds and the leathery wings of the flying snake falling away behind you.
No man left behind.
I feel like we were successful somehow. All righty. So, as night encroaches, Borgar, you come to, and you guys made it away, so we don't have to do the chase rules, but because you successfully saved. But you do have to lower your luck by 1 now. Ethereal.
How I do?
Yep, your luck is down now. As you spend luck, it's supposed to go down, making luck saves and stuff. I'm not that grasping on the rules, but I will read up on them better, or someone who is better at them will tell me what I'm doing wrong. So, are you guys going to rest sometime, or are you going to keep going?
Seems like once we're out of the area, we should make another short rest to recover from our injuries.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good to me. So, Arlen, how many rolls are you going to make?
Just the 2 roll rest, but I'm going to use one of my bonus rolls for having con to do 3 rolls.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh, there's one.
I'm just going to get hit points back.
Okay, so get some hit points back. Is anyone else going to use any rolls? Nacho?
I'm gonna use 2 rolls to one for hit points and one for my class ability.
All right, which is which first? Oh, just go ahead and roll, and then you can decide which one you want to be. There's a failure. 1 success. So what are you getting, hit points or class ability?
Class ability.
Nice.
I need my rage.
All right. Ethereal, how many rolls are you going to make?
2.
Go ahead.
Oh, frick. What did we roll again?
Willpower.
Well. Okay, well.
There's one.
Success. And heal.
Failure.
And, well,
So what are you going to
so
use
I get
it
my
for?
rage back.
All right, so you get your class ability back. Nice.
Only had 1 HP missing, so because that was rage was gonna be close.
All right, sounds good. So you guys continue along this path after you rest and take some deep breath. A little concerned when you hear the stories from Naja about whatever was trying to crawl out of those strange sack-like hives hanging from the trees.
So what's from like the Feywild or something, I guess?
Maybe, or from something. They may have be infected with the void or the beyond the veil.
Okay, so the deep great one. I mean, the deep one. What exactly is that?
Well, it's just some great entity. So the Vernari, they worship this entity that is, the tales say, killed all the other gods, and it lurks in the deep, beyond the ken of men. Does that help?
I guess.
Doesn't sound like it.
Does it have priests or anything?
The rune seers are said to be as close as it can be. There are no cultists or clerics though. No cultist classes because the gods don't actually mechanically don't do anything for the people.
So there's like pretty much no worship of this thing.
Oh, there would be veneration and worship of it. Sure, yeah. It's mostly the rune seers and their ilk that would do it. So I guess what is it you're trying to ask me?
So the normal people really don't do anything with it.
Yeah, they could if you want to. You can revere him, but like the symbolism that goes along with them would probably be similar to like a kraken symbol. Um, Obviously, a
Get any
conqueror.
actual like magic ability from worshiping him. It's just flavor.
Yeah, there's no mechanical value, but there's no reason that you can't like shout out something in a roar or try to become more venerate the deep one more strongly if you wish.
Basically, this is not D&D where the gods come and help you.
Yeah, they don't walk the paths of men.
Alright, so what we're doing now?
All right, so as you guys continue, you find a large hillock before you, and you start to see some kind of bone fetishes in the trees. So it's your guess that there's also some occurring paths that kind of lead off from this path occasionally. Oops. Alrighty, let me see here what I got going on. All right. I'm working on the dynamic lighting. Can you guys see anything?
Just blackness for me.
Black.
Interesting.
Yeah, black. I guess we're dead.
Maybe. I don't know why that isn't working. So I rebooted my Roll20 briefly. So it's basically, I think what I'm trying to represent is it's getting on nighttime. So are you guys going to light torches or what do you have in mind? So basically you can see it looks like the path leads into a cave. On either side of the cave is kind of a raised area of dirt. And it looks like there's some kind of weird like stones or a pile of stones on either side that look man-made and could be some kind of shrine. Oh, it's like visible in the weird.
I suggest we leave.
This is where it leads to. This is where the path of the blood and where the dudes are leads to. So if this is what you want to find, this is where it is.
Yeah. Okay.
So it seems like either we go in now or we try to spend the night here and
I'd rather not
little
spend
bit.
the night here.
Can we spend a night somewhere else, then come back?
Nope.
Yeah,
No,
you
we
can go
cannot.
anywhere you want.
Oh, we can?
Well, I mean, we have to spend the night somewhere, right? Because it's not like we're going to rescue everybody and then march through the night back through the woods to get all the way back to Vorngard. So we're going to have to spend the night somewhere.
Yeah, let's rest up just in case, because it feels like a fight about to come.
Do you want to rest right here outside of this cave, or do you want to go away from the trail somewhere else? What do you want to do?
So I'm thinking up on one of these kind of raised areas where we can sort of overlook the trail and the cave entrance.
So basically, they're right at the cave, these raised areas. You pass in between the raised areas to go into the cave. So maybe, 30,
Well,
40 feet. But you can get up there if you want. I'm not saying you can't. You certainly can.
I mean, if we have a person sitting up there, it seems like they could look down into the cave, or not into the cave, but at the cave entrance in case
Yeah.
any scorn come.
For sure. Do you want to be to the right or the left of the cave entrance while I work on this dynamic
To the
language here?
right.
All right. I might have just figured out what happened. Yeah, buddy. Now you guys can see, right?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Now I can actually do what I want. So you guys are going to make a little camp up there, hard camp or fire or
Right about
something, or what?
here, I'm talking about, just so that we can have somebody on watch who can kind of look out over the path and the entrance. Lighting a fire, boys, or are we? You like?
I suggest no fire, because we might get spotted.
Agreed.
So yeah, I guess I'm first watch or second watch.
You want to be?
I'll be first watch.
All right, who's second watch?
I'll
Yes,
take.
I will be.
I'll be third.
All right. So in the dead of night, as why don't you make a perception check, Borgar, or detection, whichever one you want.
Chat. Yeah, I'll do detection. Great success.
Ooh, a great success. That sounds great. All right, so as you are keeping watch on the trail below, you see a small trail of these half beastmen men skulk out of the cave and seem to be moving into. They seem to be leaving that cave for some reason. So they're most. If they were standing straight, they would easily tower in 7 feet tall. But they're bent down, so they're around 6.5 feet tall. A couple of them are actually carrying stone-tipped spears, and the other one of this femurish bone clubs that you've seen previously. And they kind of come out. The first one pauses. It seems like he sniffs at the air. What do you do?
Very quiet and very still, and hope they don't notice me.
All right. They kind of move down the trail and then kind of head off this direction.
And I was the last watch, so on my watch.
That's it. Yeah, that's all that happens.
Well, then I'm going to wake up the guys, and as I wake them up, I'm going to tell them that wake them up at the end of my watch, right? So they get the full rest. And then as they wake up, tell them there's a sort of off this direction. So hopefully we'll be facing less of them inside the cave.
That sounds exciting, right?
That sounds like an ambush.
In what way? They're ambushing you, or you want to go ambush them?
Ambushing us, or
Maybe.
they might come back later.
No, I think it's good because they sent out their kind of party group, which means that they'll have less defenders inside the cave for when we make our attack.
Fine, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Slide down the rocks and into the cave.
Okay, so that could be the equivalent of a short rest if you want, but it would be your last one for that 24-hour period, or you don't have to use it. It's not a long rest yet because that takes it. That's like not out in the wilderness somewhere.
Yeah, long rest is multiple days, but I'm not going to use a short rest reroll here.
Okay, no one wants to. So we won't even take a short rest at this point. Awesome. So now what do you do?
We go into the cave. Stuff like.
Establish marching order.
Yeah. Are we pushing on your time, Ethereal? Are you concerned about that at all, or
No, I'm good.
okay?
Is Naya coming?
Yeah, I'm last though. I'm last in the march order.
All right. I'm just taking care of some last minute details here. All right, so Naja, you need to move down and get into the marching order. It looks like Borgar's in the middle with Eric in the front. And what are you guys going to do? Are you going to have torches out? What's your plan? You're just going to quietly try to stealth in there?
I'm stealthing. All right, roll a stealth check.
Right? So we need torches to see.
So who's carrying the
How-
torch? Borgar?
Seems like whoever's... Yeah, I'll carry a torch, but it seems like we can't really stealth with a torch because they're just going to see the light.
That's true.
You can't
That's a-
stealth with George.
You could try to
No,
make,
quietly. I'm gonna move quietly, but I'm not gonna be able to like hide, obviously.
right, because you can see the light, right? So,
Yes.
yes, of
All I have
course.
to do is outrun you.
That's right. You don't have to outrun them. You just have to outrun the slowest person in your group.
So are we going in?
Yeah, do it.
Go in.
Do the thing.
Okay.
So you can see that, like, this tunnel, it looks like it's had many feet. There's spatters of blood and bits of bone and detritus all around. It's congealed on the walls and on the floor as you're walking through it. Large bare feet have moved along. Eric, do you see where the actual tunnel is?
Mostly dark.
So you have to
You go
move
right
over
behind
here.
me.
If you move over here, you see how you can see up there? Where you were, we like kind of
Yes.
just walked into the darkness, into the wall. Yeah, so you can't see very far because you're behind him. As you move into there, you can kind of hear a grunting sound, and something kind of stands in looming in the darkness beyond this direction. Oh, can you guys even see my cursor? You can't see
See
that,
your
can you?
pointer.
Can you see it?
Yes.
You can see it?
Yes.
All right, interesting, because I don't think that the Twitch stream can actually see it. Cool. Cool. It's always interesting what I see. All right, so what do you do, Eric, as you can kind of hear something falls to the ground, and a low grunt and kind of a growl is audible from the corner of the room, or from up in the chamber up here? You move forward.
Yeah. Oh, I need to.
All right, so something comes forward towards you. Let's roll initiative. Borgin, Nacho, slow on their feet. How about... Oh, Ethereal is as well.
He surprised me.
Yeah, so you guys are almost surprised as this creature comes out. It's obviously a scorn, angry face, but he just has kind of a low, guttural growl. He doesn't cry out or like you might expect a guard to. He comes forward and misses you. What do you do?
Who's up close? I guess I am.
He's right on. Yeah, he's in melee with you, so you can use whatever you want. You can use your spear and shield as you have been, or whatever. All right, the spear stabs him. What about the shield? Looks like it also hits.
Ooh, 9 points.
Kind of moves back, slightly stabbed across his arm, and his head kicked back from the shield. But he doesn't fall. He seems thick and large. Borgar and Naja.
So I'm gonna ride in. And I'm gonna basically try to. I'm still hand shield in the left, and I'm gonna basically try to just bash him with the shield.
Okay. So it's only a single attack, so you can go ahead and just roll normally. 12 hits.
Only 3 damage.
3 damage. It does hit him, but he does not go down. Nacho, what does Naja do?
Okay, I just charge in
And stab
and
him?
attack him.
So you can
Yeah.
actually do a charge attack. So I think it gives you a +2, but it affects your armor class at a -2 until your next turn.
Okay, so how do I do that?
You just say you're charging. And you have to move a certain amount of space, which you have done, and so that's fine. You can say you did the thing, but if he attacks you and while you're charging, then your AC isn't as good. And I think you automatically do max damage. It's like an automatic critical.
Okay, so I swung my sword after I charged in.
I'm looking for it. I feel like I have seen it before, but I'm not seeing it now. Does anyone else see it anywhere in the book? I'm positive we did it
The
before.
charge.
Maybe I made this up. Either way, it'll still work as a martial exploit, a minor martial exploit. Oh, it doesn't matter. You miss anyway. So, but your AC is 2 worse. That's how we're going to call it right now. All right. So it's turn, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Oh, so it does not like the charging Varnori as he flies in. So he's going to attack him. Oh, and it's a hit.
But wait a second.
Do you want to do a rescue exploit?
Might do a rescue exploit because my AC is better with my shield up than Naja's is.
And so what are you going to do with this rescue exploit? What's your attempt? So,
I'm going to just kind of shove Naja out of the way and shield, basically.
all right, so if you are successful on the rescue exploit, then neither of you will take damage in this situation. If you aren't successful, then you will take the attack, okay? So in order to do the rescue exploit, 73.
Yeah.
Rescue
Check.
exploit. What is it, a luck check?
So I'll roll that. The attack is at me.
Oh, but it already hits because he got a 17. So
My AC is 19.
okay.
I was doing the rescue effect.
Okay, let me see what happens here. Finally, the rescue alert modified at the discretion. The luck check is successful. The rescue occurs and rescue. So your luck you were not successful, so it was not reduced by 1. It's a failed exploit. So you can't do another exploit against this dude. And you did not roll a natural 20. So yeah, that's fine with me. So you come in there and your better armor and shield protect you. So initiative. But it slowed you down excessively because it attacks back. This time when it screams, you realize that its tongue has been removed, which seems like the dumbest thing ever to have a guard with a removed tongue, but that kind of tells you what you're dealing with. These beastmen are also, their faces are scarred, like around their nose, just kind of like war marks going, horizontally from their nose, like 3 of them from either side, okay? You can notice that on this dude. All right, he attacks Borgar again. Misses. Your guys' turn.
Right, shield punch.
Oh, that's enough he finally succumbs to the multiple blows and falls. So when you guys are actually in here a little farther, you can kind of hear there is some hubbub here, so there's more of these creatures. In here.
Is there anything we can loot from the body?
So they don't really carry treasure per se as such. They don't seem interested in that sort of thing. There is a small percentage that they will have. He doesn't. He doesn't have anything else. He just looks like he has bits of bone and some rocks in his pocket, apparently, in his sweet Gap jeans.
Oh, let's continue forward.
Yeah, let's purge this cave.
So it's now you can actually hear some voices, but they are not the voices of a. Hold up a second. They're not the voices of these creatures. They're human voices, and you can hear them. Oh no! Stop! And they are coming from this direction, off to the west.
Let's go that way.
So it does sound like possibly these people that you might be trying to save are in that direction. So why don't you guys make a perception test at disadvantage right now?
Detection?
Sure.
Okay, detection. Ooh.
How'd you all do?
I failed. Nacho
Oh,
didn't make
good.
one.
Naja, make a detection or perception test at disadvantage.
We do not notice anything apparently because we all failed.
Right. Okay. So, but you do see. Wow. Can you guys see like a campfire coming from right over here? No. All right. I gotta make an adjustment here.
Tokens,
Yeah,
one
you can see
here
the
and one
tokens, but-
here.
That's weird. That should have shown up. But oh, I see. This is what you should have seen. There was also one over here. All right, there. So you could have seen those fires as well as you approached. So let's why don't you guys make your stealth? Well, I guess what were your stealth rolls? Eric failed, right? So I'm going to make some checks to see if these guys, because they seem to be more involved in eating on this corpse that seems to be partially in and out of the fire. So there you can get some cannibalism right there. It's just not you, Eric, that's doing it. It's these guys. So go ahead and make your tests, and if you get any great success, then you'll get a surprise round. Okay? Go ahead and make an initiative if you're going to fight these guys, I guess. They look up when you guys were coming around. So there's a success from Ethereal, so you'll go first. Naja. Borgar is slow on the uptake, as usual. Naja. Nacho? Are you muted?
He just
Yeah, I
did.
rolled.
Oh, there it is. Failure. Okay. So, Eric, you can go.
Okay, well, which square was he on? The one on the right.
He's not on a square. He's in the middle there.
Hmm.
You can go up and stab at him with your spear if you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Ooh, that looks like a good stab. He is not slain, though. It's a good stab in him, though, sir. So they turn around and attack you. Ooh, one of them hits. For 4 points of damage. Now it's your guys' turn. Borgar and Naja.
It's up.
Borgar
I am
rushes
going
up. Go ahead. Sorry.
to toss my torch on the ground and pull out my battle axe and make a battle axe attack.
Do the thing.
That's it.
18 hits. The one up there. He did 4 points of damage. He is... Oh, it didn't keep it. Was that the same one or the other one? Looks like it would have been the other one. Or the same one. So he is dead. Are you still an opportunist or no?
Protection mode.
Okay. All right, Naja.
Okay, I gotta go in a little bit, but I'm gonna rush in, charge, and attack.
Fumble. So you guys have to leave now, or I mean, you guys could take you could run away, or you could do whatever.
I got a couple of minutes.
All right, it missed its counterattack. Initiative. All right, go ahead, Nacho.
Great sword.
Ooh, it chops him down. All right. So now what?
Is my torch on the ground still lit?
Sure.
Okay, well then I'm gonna pick up the torch again and listen to see if I can hear any more.
From this direction.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys did notice, but there was like an area above up here.
Mhm.
Okay. Looks like you can. Do you see the guy there who looks wounded and kind of hiding? There's like a kind of a wooden palisade that's there with leather and cord made out of tree branches and stuff that they're stashed there behind. And they're like, "Oh, thank you." They seem to be Argosans. They're like, "Oh, Varnori, thank you. Help us." They look. Have you seen Albert? And you're pretty sure that's likely the guy who was laying on the fire that they were munching on.
I think we saw a little too much of him.
All right, in the effort of finishing things up quickly, you can quickly get these guys out of here. If there's anything you want to do in this lair other than that.
I think we should.
I
All I
don't think there's anything Borgar needs to do.
Okay, I didn't hear what Nacho said. I think we should. I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, good, I think. To
Okay.
leave.
So you don't want to do anything else, and you guys head out. All right, nice. Let's see. All right, so you have to take off a couple more of those rations, and you return to Vorngard with the aid, and he gives you the gold, and you guys can sell those herbs and such. So each of you guys, you just put like on your character sheet sessions, and then put one session, and then after 3 sessions, you will go up a level. So how much gold is that? Did you guys split it up or whatever?
I think it's from selling stuff. It's about 16 gold each.
And,
15 per thing and 4 things of it.
right.
8 gold divided by 3 is 16. How much gold do we get from the
The reward.
yeah.
She'll give each of you guys 10 gold pieces, and she'll say, we often do have more jobs that need doing, so we appreciate your aid, and you have become a friend to the HGC. You can just write that on there. So you'll have bonuses if you're dealing with them. All right, so this is the part of the show at the end where I let you guys talk about something or pimp anything that you have. Ethereal, what did you think of the game, buddy?
It's good.
Okay. What about you, Nacho? All right, awesome. Arlen?
No, it was fun. It was good. Join the Audio Dungeon Discord, everybody in chat, if you haven't already, and you can play too.
That's right. Find the Audio Dungeon Discord, and if you need an invite, let me know. You can check on my website or whatever. Otherwise, thanks for joining us on this little trip through Mr.
Hello?
Hobbs's. Nacho, you talking?
Yeah.
Yeah. go
Sorry.
ahead. No problem.
My mic was disconnected. I didn't notice. Yeah, it was pretty tough.
Is that good or bad, or hard, difficult, or
It's different.
yeah, tough as in
Yeah.
hard to get into, or like I mean I say tough and I'm like yeah it was tough, that was cool, but no, not really that cool.
I mean, because I'm used to being a paladin and healing myself. I'm not used to like.
Did it definitely feel like low fantasy to you then?
Yeah.
Yeah, well that's good. That's awesome. I like to hear that. Great, thanks. So yeah, if you guys have more questions about how to get into more games or whatever, then just talk more on the Auto Dungeon Discord. I'll try and do up a document that talks about how a West Marches game works, and then you can discuss any of that with any of the people in there. So otherwise, I'm just going to get us out of here. So like I said, thanks for joining me on this little trip through Mr. Hobbs's Gamerhood. Won't you be my gamer? Night, everyone.